If you have 3 potatoes at home, then separate them, because in just 3 minutes, we will make this delicious treat for an afternoon snack or breakfast. There's no way to resist. Let's start our recipe by cooking 3 medium potatoes. Here they are all well cooked. Now let's remove and drain the water. Then transfer to another container. Now remove all the skin. Here I prefer to cook the potatoes with the skin on so they don't get soaked in water. But if you want, you can peel the potatoes before cooking. Tell me in the comments how you cook the potatoes with or without the skin. Once this is done, we will knead it very well. Okay, now let's add 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Also add 5 spoons of wheat flour. Mix for the ingredients to integrate. And if you like easy recipes like this, click the like button and comment below. I love easy recipes. Now let's knead our dough with our hands. And that's the point. Here it is already perfect. Then on a board with plastic wrap, we will grease it with a little oil. Now take a portion of the dough and let's shape our snacks. Spread the dough like this, and here you can make it the size you prefer. Now let's add grated cheese. Here you can use the filling of your choice: ground beef, shredded chicken. Then you will close it like this as you see in the video. Because this dough is sensitive, it is important to use plastic thread greased with a little oil so as not to damage the dough. And look, it will stay like this. Here it is, already perfect. Now just take it to fry in hot oil. At this point, be a little careful not to burn yourself. Let it fry on one side, then turn it over and let it fry on the other. Do you want to make a different, delicious, and melt-in-your-mouth snack? And is it perfect for breakfast or an afternoon snack? This one will surprise your whole family. Honestly, there's no way to resist. Let it fry on the other side very well, and our savory snack is ready. Look how beautiful they turned out. Now just remove it and add it to a plate with paper towel. Wait for it to cool, and you can serve it. And look how perfect they turned out. I'm going to open one, and your mouth will water. If you've made it this far, leave a rating from 0 to 10. Which rating you give to this recipe? I really hope you liked it. I'll stay here. A big hug, and until the next recipe.
My grandmother taught me how to make this dish, the most delicious potato recipe for dinner. To start, I'm going to slice 2 potatoes. I love recipes like this, simple and easy to make, yet they always have that special touch that surprises anyone who tries them. Next, in a frying pan, we'll add a drizzle of olive oil. Then, I'll place the potato slices side by side like this. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special hug. Today's hug goes to Charlotte Anderson from Chicago, Illinois. I'm really happy that you're enjoying our recipes. Now I'll add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. Then we'll sauté the potatoes until they're lightly golden. Every time I reach this point, I remember that cooking isn't just about technique. It's also about the joy of turning simple ingredients into something special. Now I'm going to slice 1 tomato and then cut it into small cubes. Every time I make this recipe, I realize how much the final result depends on this step. It's here that we get the perfect texture and a beautiful finish. Then, in a bowl, we'll add 4 eggs, some chive to taste, and the chopped tomato. We'll mix everything well until all the ingredients are combined. Have you ever tried making a recipe like this at home? Tell me. I'd love to know. Next, I'll add half a cup of heavy cream, and we'll keep stirring. Now, I'll add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'll mix a little more until I get this smooth consistency. After that, We'll pour the mixture over the potatoes, spreading it evenly to cover everything. This step may seem simple, but it's what guarantees the perfect result. Then I'll cover it and let it cook for 10 minutes. Now we'll flip our recipe onto a plate and place it back in the pan to brown the other side as well. Next, we'll add some grated mozzarella on top to taste. Tell me what you think of the recipe so far. I'd love to know. I'll cover it again and let it cook for another 5 minutes or until the cheese melts. After that, I'll remove it from the heat and place this delicious potato omelet on a plate. I like recipes like this because they deliver exactly what they promise. No complicated steps, no hard-to-find ingredients. And yet, the result stands out. The aroma and flavor are amazing. I've made it several times, and all my friends and family love it. Make it at home and tell me what you think.
Never throw potato peels in the trash again. A genius trick everyone should know. I'm going to place 3 potatoes with the peel, cut in half and with the inside removed, into a pot with hot oil. And we'll fry them until they're evenly golden like this. Right after that, I'll remove the potatoes from the pot, place them on a plate, and set them aside. In a skillet, I'm going to add a drizzle of olive oil, 1 chopped onion, 3 cloves of garlic minced, and we'll start sautéing. And before I forget, tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to Ashley Turner from Salem, Oregon. I'm really happy you're enjoying our recipes. Now, I'm going to add 300 grams of ground beef. We'll keep sautéing until the meat is lightly browned. Look how incredible it's already looking. Then, I'll add 2 tomatoes diced, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of chimichurri, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And I'll mix everything until the ingredients come together. Next, in a baking dish, we'll place the potatoes we reserved, arranging them side by side like this. I'm sure this recipe will become a classic in your home. It's impossible to make it just once. Then, I'll add shredded mozzarella to taste. Is there any special ingredient you would add here? Tell me, I'd love to know. Now, we'll take portions of our sautéed mixture and stuff each potato like this. Tell me what you're thinking of the recipe so far. I'd love to know. Then, I'll add more mozzarella to taste, spreading it over all the stuffed potatoes. We'll bake at 356 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. After that time, I'll remove the baking dish from the oven and carefully take the potatoes out, and we'll transfer everything to a plate. Every time I reach this part of the recipe, I'm reminded that cooking isn't just technique. It's also the emotion of turning simple ingredients into something special. Next, I'll sprinkle fried bacon to taste over these delicious stuffed potatoes. Now, we'll also add parsley to taste. There are recipes we make once just to try, and without noticing, they become part of our routine. This one was exactly like that. I made it without expectations, just to use up some ingredients, and it became one of the dishes I make most often here at home. Every time I prepare it, someone nearby ends up commenting on the aroma, the flavor, or how beautiful it looks. Make it at home and tell me what you think. The next time you make breakfast, try this recipe I learned from a friend in Italy. I'm going to add 6 slices of bread here in this greased pan. Remember to keep the heat low. It makes the result even better. You're going to fall in love with the flavor. Everyone in your house is going to love this. I left everything well detailed to make it easier when you prepare it. Next, I'm going to spread 3 beaten eggs. This recipe is exclusive and made for people who love practicality without giving up flavor. If you like quick and easy tips like this, keep an eye on the next videos. I'm going to cover it and let it cook for 5 minutes. Now, I'm going to chop half an onion. You can cut it really small. I made this yesterday for my friends, and they liked it so much they begged me to come here and teach it to you. With this exclusive method, you're going to impress everyone at the table. I have 1 tomato here, and I'm also going to dice it into small pieces. Tell me which city you're watching from so I can send you a special shout-out. Today's shout-out goes to Jacob Turner from Denver, Colorado. I'm really glad you're enjoying our recipes. I bet you're going to find this super easy to make. It's so tasty it'll disappear quickly in your house. It's so easy that even someone with no kitchen experience can prepare this delicious dish. Perfect for those days when you want to eat well without any complications. All right, the cuts should look like this. Back to the bread. I'm going to use a plate to flip it. Look at the texture, this is perfect. I'm going to add ketchup on top. Every bite is an amazing experience. The flavor of this recipe wins everyone over, no doubt about it. I'll use a spoon to spread it really well. The best thing about this recipe is that you can make it quickly and with just a few ingredients. When you make it, send me a picture. I'd love to see how yours turned out. I'm going to add the chopped onion on top. You can spread it well. The ingredients I chose are full of flavor and health benefits. A tasty recipe full of nutrients. Look how beautiful it's getting. Now I'm adding the tomato I chopped. These ingredients together create an explosion of flavor. Try it at home. I promise you'll surprise everyone. I'm also going to add a bit of green onion. The final look is incredible. I'm going to add 100 grams of mozzarella. I'll cover it for 5 minutes. After that, look how beautiful it turned out. The smell is already filling my kitchen. It's such a different way to use bread. Tell me it didn't make you want to try it just by looking. I'm going to cut it and transfer it to a plate. Now that you've learned it, you can make it at home. It's a great option to bring the family together. The soft texture is the highlight. Look at this. With just a few ingredients, you'll discover that the real magic is in simplicity. You don't need to spend hours in the kitchen to have an amazing dish.